Batgirl and the Birds of Prey number 10. Julian Shauna Benson writing, Roj Antonio on art. And this was the end. This was the conclusion to the sort of 3-issue arc that we've had recently with Black Canary got undercover. This villain Blackbird's been sort of training people with powers and then stealing them for herself. So this issue was basically Batgirl, Huntress, Nightwing, and Green Arrow as a team going to save Black Canary and try to break her out of a mind control kind of spell. Some cool, and they basically succeed is the gist of it. But there was some cool things in there, like Huntress calls I think Tiger from Spiral, and uses the Spiral technology they've got to withstand the mind control that the villain's got.
All right.
So that was a pretty nifty little thing. Other than that, it was just another kind of fun issue. They teased more of the New Oracle's sort of shadiness, where the team's finally starting to accept him as part of the team, but he needs these pills for his health, and whoever's giving them are now withholding them until they get to meet the Birds of Prey. So that seems to be what we're setting up the next issue for, and that's pretty. I mean, I'm not like necessarily in love with that tease. Like, I like the idea of them having an Oracle, but the actual the actual guy has story. Like, I'm not sure where it's going yet, and it could be great. Obviously, mostly what I liked about all this was sort of the team up between the four heroes. Dinah and Ollie had a couple of cool moments with each other where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna," even though she's mind controlled and they're fighting her, he's like, they sort of grab her with like a bit of cable so they can hold her, and Ollie's like, "I'm going to be paying for this for months," even though she's mind controlled and they have to stop her. He knows he's going to pay for this. And when she snaps out of it, actually, she immediately like says, "Oh, I've got rope marks all over me." And it's like, "All right, she's back. It's her. It's good." Also, one of my favorite little moments is when they're basically this all goes down at the clock tower, which is where Blackbirds went, and when they're going up, Nightwing grabs Babsy's grapple gun and says, "Going up," and she's like, "Don't mind if I do," and then she realizes like midway up, like, "You lost your grapple gun, didn't you?" He's like, "Yeah. I'll thank you for the lift then." But he grabbed it and he went up. But no. So no, it was another fun issue. I think it's a very pulpy book where it's very simple sort of superhero stories, but the team kind of bonds, and I like how it's bringing in these guest stars. Like, it's bringing in Green Arrow, which relates to Dinah, and it feels very much connected to the Green Arrow book a little bit because of that. Nightwing, it feels very connected. In fact, the Gemini, who's the sort of villain. Well, she's not really a villain, she was being mind controlled, but this was the first metahuman that Blackbird was controlling, and she took her power. She has all these regrets about what she's done, and Nightwing actually, it ends with him taking her back to Bloodhaven to joining the group of supporters, for the ex-villains. Yeah. And I thought it was really cool. It was a nice way to tie it in. Oh, you're feeling all sort of regretful, you're struggling dealing with all this stress of all this guilt. I've got a group that deals with this. And he's like, "I'll take you back to Bloodhaven." And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if we're going to see her pop up in Nightwing, maybe.
Yeah, maybe in just like a little bit when when the whole group's together.
Yeah,
in their meetings.
Yeah, so maybe Gemini will be in that group now, and that'll be kind of cool if they do. Also, another little fun moment is Nightwing has a grenade at one point, and he throws it into the air and tells Huntress, like, "On your six," and she shoots a bow from a crossbow, and it pulls the pin out. So that the grenade, when it lands, goes off. And she turns round to him afterward and says, "Why didn't you just pull the pin?" He's like, "What's the fun in that?"
Sounds like Nightwing.
Yeah, it was just flashiness for the sake of flashiness, but it was pretty cool. So I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But no, that was the gist of it. Tease for next things, fun little crossover. I think if you dig the characters, that's pretty cool. They put Blackbird in Arkham Asylum, and she's like in solitude, away from everyone else. She's not allowed to go anywhere near any metahumans because she might gain more powers as you do. But that was pretty much it. So there you go. That's Batgirl and the Birds of Prey number 10. It was a fun issue. Art, I didn't really mention because it's the same artist as it's been for pretty much the whole series, so it's still exactly what you expect, for better or worse.